Good morning, Kitchen Talk family. Welcome to Kitchen Talk, and I'm your host, Lee Ann Moore. And you know what? Today is a fantastic day. Today is October the 8th, and we're going to talk about some great things today. How can you, or how can I buy a home or sell a home during the pandemic? So that's our discussion today. We have Miss Diana Dykes, Lady D, our financial mortgage guru on the show today, and she's going to come on and talk to you about the financing world. But let's talk a little bit about what's going on now that we're in pandemic mode here. We're now in October, and we're still in a quarantine to an extent, and we're also in the midst of an election. That's a lot going on. And the show today is about how can I buy a home during the pandemic. And there's a lot of factors going on. We have excellent interest rates right now. There's a low inventory of homes. I'm in California, licensed in California, and I'm also licensed in Nevada. And we have a very low inventory. And that means that there are a lot of people out buying, and they are getting multiple offers. So we're going to talk about that a little bit today. And if you have questions, this is a live interactive show. Welcome to Kitchen Talk with Leanne. We're going to bring Diana Dykes on, and we're going to have a good time today. We're going to put all these things out of our mind for an hour, and let's parlay. All right. And we're going to bring her on the show and have her talk to us today. All right. How you doing, Lady D?
Good morning. Good morning. I'm doing great. How are you guys doing out there? This is a great topic. Needed so much right now, Miss Leanne.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Yes.
So tell us, how is everything going in the mortgage world?
Okay. There's a lot of moving parts in the mortgage world as of today. First, as you did mention, there's low inventory. So there's low inventory from, here we go, we do many states. Okay, we do a lot of all the southern states. So we are in California, we're Washington, we're Oregon, we're in Utah, we are we're actually in Florida, we're getting into Texas. So we do a lot, Arizona, Washington State. What's happening in many of these states is anywhere from the prices from 187,000 to 350,000 are multiple offers. Well, why is that? Because people are now, with COVID and the winter starting to hit, are staying in their homes more for their family. They're inviting their small little group of family to come over and to basically welcome them into their home that are COVID safe, to be about 10 or less. People's Halloween are going to be different. They're going to do little festivals in their home with 5 children. They're going to do Christmas with 5 to 10 people that are COVID safe. So homes has become the sanctuary more than ever. So the home basically is needed to have their safe spot, and they don't want to rent because the rents are going up, and the landlord can put that yellow slip on your door anytime and say, you know what, I'm going to sell it. This is a moving market. We are in a pandemic. We are not in a real estate crisis. So what's happening with the market? There's low inventory, but the prices are going up. This is an excellent time right now to purchase a home. Right. How do you prepare yourself, Miss Leanne? People ask me to purchase a home. I give out it's called a successful roadmap, okay? And here's the successful roadmap. Whether you are a first-time home buyer or a multimillionaire, okay? You have to basically fill out an application. The application takes about 10 to 15 minutes online. Once you complete that application, then my team and we go in and we review all the documentation and what you put on there. Okay. What do you mean, Miss Diana? What do you mean? Okay. Again, I have people from multimillionaires that tell me, well, back in the day, I didn't have to submit this. This is COVID, and there's more restrictions because all the big banks now are dealing with forbearances. Okay, so let's stay on point, and I'm going to talk to you about what's happening with the big banks closing your accounts, closing business accounts, because they're dealing with forbearances. We're a smaller brokerage mortgage company, ML Mortgage. We're a smaller company to where we didn't have to deal with a lot of people not paying their mortgages, losing their jobs. So we're pretty savage and solvency. Okay, we have savaged a lot of people and making it happen. You need to do the 222. You need to submit 2 copies of ID, your driver's license, and your social security card or your passport. You need to give 2 pay stubs. If you're self-employed, we need the tax returns from your self-employment. If it's a corporation or S corporation, we need 2 years of that. If you're a W-2, we need 2 years of 1040s and 2 years W-2s. We need 2 months bank statements. We need a divorce decree if you're divorced. We need a separation agreement if you're separated. And we need any type of forbearance issues on your student loans. This is very, very important of the 222 that we need. And once my team and I here at ML Mortgage, once we identify that, then my team and I really work very hard to find the right program. For example, we have first-time homebuyer programs in each one of these states. That is assisting you if you need it. Okay, the rates are usually a little bit higher. There is a class that you need to take, and that is a 6-hour class. Okay, that class will entitle you a certificate. Okay, to basically get into the home buyer certificates. We have a HUD class here in Nevada, and we do a Zoom class in California, and these are the speakers. We have a warranty person. We have a fire insurance, hazard insurance person. We have an inspector, a HUD inspector that speaks. I speak, I'm a HUD certified counselor as the lender, and my team as lending. We have a HUD certified FHA counselor that speaks. We have multiple state officers that come in and speak. This is very, very important to be very professional. When you fill out that application, that is a state federal application in housing. Whatever you put on there must be accurate. When I say I need your tax returns have to be accurate. We are starting to see people give us tax returns and they've not filed it with the IRS. We cannot use those. We have 2 cases this month, right now, this month, of fraud. We are your cheerleaders to get you into the home, but when you send us and give us your tax returns, we have to pull what's called transcripts. The transcripts go right to the IRS, get it from the IRS, we retrieve it from the IRS, and the IRS gives us, yes, you said you made $100,000 last year. Yes, it does match the IRS, and you had to pay $23,000 in taxes. Well, Miss Diana, the IRS has been down, and that's true. They've been down, but on any self-employment, we need IRS transcripts. On a W-2, we're a little bit lenient because now with a skeleton crew at the IRS, it takes many weeks to get that back. That's why this process of purchasing a home is about 30 to 45 days. If one gives me the 2222, I can get them pre-qualified. My team and I can get them pre-qualified and within no longer than 72 hours. Once we get you pre-qualified, then you get what's called your pre-approval on this sheet. Then we go to the next step, and the fun part happens, you go shopping. That pre-qualification letter is to our real estate. Miss Leanne is a wonderful real estate agent here in California, and in Nevada, works very hard. She's excellent, very professional. You want to work with people that are educated and professional, and tax people. The two people that committed fraud, well, they didn't know. I'm not going to say they committed fraud. They just thought that if they put extra on it, their tax person said, okay, you can put that on there. But the tax person didn't even know what they said, yeah, you can put it on there, but you have to have a payment. If you said you made $110,000 with the net, then you have to pay taxes on that. Okay. And they didn't know. So we take them through this successful closing worksheet, and we take them through what's called the 10 Commandments. Thou shalt not buy a car. Once you get that pre-qualification letter, thou shalt not buy a car in the middle of this, because Leanne is out there shopping for you for a home, and what we gave her in that letter, everything has to stay the same. You cannot open and close bank accounts. You cannot go shopping for furniture. You cannot trade stocks. You cannot do anything until you get your key, okay? Until you get your key. Now, once we identify that and you get your pre-qual letter and your home is accepted, and your first house, on my first-time home buyers, please, your first house isn't going to be Taj Mahal. It's just not. Be realistic of what your budget is. Also, if I have a few people that say, well, I'm shopping around. We have one lady that went to 7 lenders. Those 7 lenders, we get a check mark that you've been shopping that much. Now no lender in Nevada wants to work with her. She called crying. I'm sorry, you're not serious about home ownership. One realtor took her out to 28 homes. Real estate agents, because the market's moving so rapidly, stay on course, the par for course. Work with somebody that is knowledgeable and experienced and that knows the different programs to put you into. My doctors and my lawyers, I put in what's called a bank statement program. I have a lady I'm working with now. Her house is worth $6 million, and she's a 32% LTV in Los Angeles, California. We do refinances. We're going to talk about different programs. Once you get that pre-qualification letter, then you're approved. Then you go and you pick your home. Once you pick your home, then Leanne sends us what's called an RPA, a residential purchase contract agreement. Once that agreement, Leanne either gets you some closing costs from the seller or doesn't get you closing costs. You have to come in with your down payment at 3.5% or 5% or 20%. It just depends how much money that you want to put down. The more you put down, of course, the less your payment will be. But you don't have to put all that money down. My team and I are the educators to educate you in this process. We're here to answer your questions. Once that is done and you get your pre-qualification letter, you got your house accepted, we're now at the basically disclosure part. The disclosures go out in 3 days once your RPA is with my team. Disclosures are an estimated of what your payments will be, what your insurance is going to be. You have to have fire insurance by law on every loan. You have to have taxes, real estate taxes. If you're putting less than 20% down, you must have what's called an impound escrow account where the taxes and the insurance come out every month, okay? Once those taxes and insurance come out every month, then we basically take taxes, insurance, mortgage insurance. Again, if you are not putting 20% down, you have an extra insurance there, what's called mortgage insurance. That's called PMI for conventional, and it's called your mortgage insurance for FHA, okay? What's the difference between FHA and PMI? Mortgage insurance protects you and the lender, okay? Anything over 80%. We take all of that, the principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. We take the mortgage insurance if you have a HOA. We take that total amount and divide it into your income. The lenders like to see about 28% of what your income is. Then we take your liabilities, you're qualified. Remember the 2-2-2. So you're qualified on 2 ratios, no matter what, even if it's a bank statement program. The last ratio is basically your debt to income ratio. We take taxes and insurance, your mortgage insurance, your HOA if there is a HOA. We take that and your liabilities and we divide that into your income. On all of the down payment assistance programs, it could not exceed 45% back end ratio. Once we derive at getting all of that to pre-qual and re-looking at everything once we have your RPA and your residential purchase contract, we have that in, we send out what's called disclosures. Your disclosures go out with your estimated of all this information I just went over. It's about this thick, your estimated disclosures, and it's you could e-sign it. You have to sign it when you get your email. You have to sign it, okay? And then once you get those, you're going to push consent to proceed so that we communicate with the real estate agent that it is consent to proceed to move forward, okay? To move forward. Please, this is a professional status quo buying a house. It isn't like you're going to buy clothes or even a car. This is a lot of work. This is your home. And right now with COVID, this process is more detailed than ever. The lenders are expecting more and more paperwork. If your lender, like us as a lender, asks for something, get it to them. We have people that get us their documents, they're prepared. They email their documents with their application. 72 hours, we get that pre-qual letter. Then we have people, oh, I can't find this. I didn't do my taxes. I don't know where this is. I don't know where my W-2 is. Oh, I think I did that. Oh, I don't know if I did that. I don't have my pay stub. That is delaying your process of getting into a home. I have people that say, you know, my lease is over in December. I want a new home in December. Okay, you should have started at least 2 months. Give yourself 2 months to start this process and get with Leanne and I right away. What is the process then? Once you sign your disclosures, you get your disclosures back, okay? We get the disclosures back at the lender and we proceed. Once the processor puts all your paperwork together, we recertify your FICO. Your FICO score is so important and cannot go down in this process. A good FICO is about 700. FICO is everything. You get a job with FICO, your insurance, when you're going to get your fire insurance, everything is FICO now. It's like your blood type. There are two. You should know your blood type and your FICO in life. You should know those. Once we derive at that and take this process very serious and implement you customer care, you know, we're going to walk you through this whole process of buying a home and getting your keys, okay? The keys. Your disclosures are back. Then we're just going to get everything to our processor. There's a lot of moving parts and people that work really, really hard. Leanne found you the house. My team did the front work. Now it's going to go to the processor. She's going to analyze everything and see if anything's missing. Or sometimes you don't find a house for 30 days, then we need updated pay stubs and we need updated bank statements, okay? Those documents are good for 30 days. They used to be 90 days, Leanne. It's 30 days, okay? Yeah. Once we get those documents, all right, and then we send it to the underwriter. Then the underwriter takes about 48 hours. It just depends. Then you get what's called your full approval. Okay, you get your full approval, all right, before. Sometimes we send it in before the appraisal. It just depends, you know, what part we're in. What are closing costs? The closing costs are taxes and insurance, escrow. It goes to escrow. These are your escrow closing costs. There's an escrow company. Once Leanne picks your purchase price, then Leanne opens up escrow. Your earnest money to hold that to come off the market goes into escrow. So if your escrow EMD is $1,000, that never goes to the lender, me, never goes to Leanne, never goes to a person. Do never give anybody. That goes to escrow, and that escrow company holds that, and that basically takes the house off the market. So you have that house now. You are in a legal binding contract. Well, Miss Diana, could I ever lose that money? What if I don't qualify? Usually if we give you a pre-qualify, we get it. In this case, where she lied on her taxes, she may lose her EMD because she lied.
That's right.
$2,500. You have to tell us. We're like a doctor. You know how Leanne goes, Lady D and Leanne, you got to tell us everything that's going on in your life and what you're looking for.
That's right.
I'm your lender. She does the real estate. We stay in each other's lane. We help each other out, but we stay in each other's lane, okay? She doesn't try to do lending with my team and I. I don't try to pick a house. I don't say she wanted 3 bedrooms and you only showed her 2. I stay in my lane and she stays in her lane, okay?
That's right.
So once all that process, the main things that you're going to come out of pocket is your inspection fee. Okay, you write that right up. Once you pick your house, a couple days later, Leanne takes you and does your inspection. You can walk with her and the inspector. They have to be a certified inspector. They check the air condition, they check the heating, they check everything, the water, the gas, everything, and they write it up if there's any repairs. That usually costs about $350 to $400, or it could be as high as $700. It depends where you're at and what part of the country you're in. Okay. Once that inspection is done, Leanne sends it over to us. We look at it. The inspection goes more into details of what's needed into your home. Okay. Is the attic clean? Is it got enough, padding in the attic? Does it have enough, just things that can happen. Ventilation. Does it have enough, padding as far as keeping it heating and cool? If it has solar panels on it, we're going to need the solar lease agreement on that. Did you pay for it all? Or if not, we need to know, because if the new buyer is going to take over that, we need to know how much that solar is. Or sometimes the seller, if it's $4,500, they might pay the solar off, but you're still responsible, if it's like a little maintenance lease on that. Once we get all that documentation, now it's time for the appraisal. Okay, you're going to come out of pocket. You can use your credit card only at that time for the inspection and the appraisal. Nothing else. Don't touch your cards until you get the what? Key. Until you get the key. Okay. So once we do all of that documentation, the appraiser goes out there to see what the value is. And if there is any major repairs, sometimes the appraiser may ask for the inspection report, to see that they're mirroring at the same time. They're going to look at everything, but your inspector is going to get more into detail, crawl spaces, heating, if heating or air conditioner needs to be updated. And everybody that is on this show, Leanne works with highly, highly recommended, knowledgeable professionals. She's very professional. I'm very professional. Everybody that's on her show is a master at their task, a master at their art, a master at what they do. I've been doing this 26 years. Leanne's been doing it over 20-something,
25 next year. 25.
Oh, yeah.
25 next year.
Craft, right?
Yeah,
Not just for people that, we have so many people. Well, my cousin just got a real estate license and I'm going to work with her. Right. I said, okay, but the contract's all wrong. They didn't fight for you to debate to get some closing costs. I don't know if anybody watched that debate last night, but that was wonderful. But debate, Leanne will get with you to get closing costs. She'll negotiate. When I say debate, it's more of a negotiation to try to get, well, there's cracks in the ceiling. Leanne will get the inspector to say, no, that's just a simple crack. It could be sheetrock down. It's not, anything's not leaking in the roof. The roof is only 5 years old. It's good. Okay.
We have a question, Lady D. Let's see here. We have a question from Lonzy Johnson. He said, you have referenced the word forbearance. Please explain the process and what should we know about forbearance shortly, please.
Sure. Okay, so we'll put it on pause with home buying. Forbearance is a couple different things. Your student loans are in forbearance now. President Trump came out that you can use your student loans in forbearance, but the lenders didn't. FHA didn't, conventional didn't. When you're buying a house on student loans, if you're in an FHA loan, we take 1% of whatever your balances is, 1%. And we have to count that into your liability obligation. And then on conventional, whatever the payment is, we can take that. So there are some of the forbearances, if it's zero, we can take that on conventional right now, but you got to meet that FICO score. What does forbearance mean? It means that you are forbearing your payment, okay? You don't have to make your payment. Anytime a lender, okay, on a refinance, they were letting you go with 3 months of not paying your payments, but now to do a refi, say you were in a 5% rate, now you're at a 700 FICO and you want to get that 2 3/4, rate or whatever, a lower rate, you have to make 3 payments. Each lender is a little bit different, but Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and Ginnie Mae are about the same. You have to be current and make 3 payments. So forbearance is like foregoing to the past. You don't have to pay your payments for a couple months, but it's not going to go away, okay? And a lot of times those lenders will add interest or add it to the back of your loan. And so when you go to pay off your loan, you think you only owe $246,000. They've added another $25,000 in fees and interest that you have to pay off. And a lot of people weren't able to refi because it took them over the LTV, loan to ratio value of what your house was valued at. And they're like, oh my goodness. But don't give up. We do, first time, we do bank statements. We have first time home buyers. Reverse mortgages are becoming very, very attractive on a purchase and a refi. When you buy a home and say that you have an IRA and you've got you got $40,000, $50,000 to put down on a home, you could get with Leanne and you're at the age of 62, so you could live life more. We've all had family members that have died or friends in this COVID, not just COVID, but stress. So I want to live life. I know that. I know Leanne and her wonderful mother want to live life more. And you basically put that certain percentage down on a reverse mortgage. You're at the age of 62. Both people don't have to be 62. You might have married a younger man or younger woman or younger partner. We don't judge. We're here to help you. So basically, then you don't have a payment for life.
That's right.
You put 40% down on a reverse mortgage and you don't have a payment for life. You need to get into these reverse mortgages. It's a really good gift. And then you do something else with your money and you get into some different interest-bearing accounts. But to purchase now, once that's all through and you get your 222 and you got your forbearance worked out and your lender is you want to work with someone experienced and your lender has geared you the right way, okay, and explaining everything. Your tax person should explain everything. Your real estate agent explains everything. Yeah, Leanne is very good about that, like the areas and everything. Very professional.
Okay, we have another question. Then we're going to move on to, talk about this pandemic. How can people really shop for a home? In California, what are the highest or maximum debt to income and housing expense ratio percentages are acceptable by the reputable lender. I think I'm reading that
Okay.
right. Reputable, sorry.
Sure. Fannie
Yeah.
Mae and Freddie Mac used to go to 50%. It's 45%. Okay. And some of the bank statement programs, we can go up as high as 55%. So what that, to answer that question, it's just going to depend, like putting the puzzle together, or everybody has different color hair. Everybody wears different color dresses, different, everybody is different in their financial status quo. You need to get with the lender, like us, and then we sit down and build your financial profile. But mostly it's 45 to 50% on the back end debt to income ratio.
Okay. Great information. Great information, Diana. You talked about a little bit about reverse mortgages. Reverse mortgages are great. I've sold homes to people who have had reverse mortgages, but it is not something that you want to leave for your children unless your children can buy that loan when it's over. If you
Or
want,
refinance it.
yeah,
Yeah.
if they
Yeah.
can. I mean,
Yeah.
I like them both ways. I
Yeah.
mean, it's great for the parent. It takes care of them, like you say. You don't have to pay any mortgages during your life. But if you should, pass, that your
Right.
children can refinance if they're able. If not, they will have to sell those homes. So,
And
great
the
information.
bank doesn't want your house, Leanne. The bank
Right.
doesn't want your house. They're going to find every way to help you and keep that house and get into that house, because the process now, we've got the appraisal back, the value came into value or the value did not come in.
Right.
That's where, again, Leanne goes and does her great negotiating skills
That's me.
to say, all right, seller, came 5,000 lower than the purchase price. We know you're giving closing costs. We want to keep that on there too. So, we're going to have to go down on this or meet halfway.
Yeah.
So the appraisal's back. Once the appraisal's back, it's back up to underwriting. The underwriter gets everything signed off. Then we lock your loan. If you're in a down payment assistance program, we have to register that loan with the state to get some of these grants. We're working on more grants as we speak. It's going to be really matter. Go vote November, where we're going to get some more of these programs. So get out or just don't talk about it. I love everybody. I love housing. So I want I don't care what party you're in. Okay, Leanne and I don't care. Democratic,
We
we
do
put
our job.
Republicans in homes, and we put Democrats, and we put independents in
That's
homes.
right.
Okay, we put everybody in homes. We love everybody. Okay,
Right.
that's just when you work in our business, we don't get into that. Okay, we love everybody. We respect what your vision is, and we're here to help you and get into a home, whether you're a first-time home buyer, whether you're a middle class, upper middle class, or a multimillionaire. Leanne and I have worked in all those regimes, but we're here to really guide you in the best way, my team and I. And you want to work with a lender that has the capability of brokering out to get you the best. A lot of the big banks now are very vanilla because they're dealing with so much forbearances. People can't make their mortgages. So they're like, you know what? If you don't have 20% down, we're not even doing a loan for you. We're not even doing down payment assistance programs for you. We don't even want to talk to you. They're closing business accounts that men have and women have had business accounts for 15 years. The banks are a little nervous, but they'll get out of this because the government always helps, the bigger banks. We're smaller, so we don't have, we're not in that forbearance debt. So once we get all that through and approve you, and now it's time, your underwriter gave your final approval, we're going to get what's called loan documents. Okay, but before the loan documents go out, it's called a closing disclosure. In the beginning of the loan, it's a loan estimate. People go, well, give me the HUD one. There is no good faith estimate. The loan estimate took over the good faith estimate, okay? It's a loan estimate. It's an estimate of what you're looking for and get pre-qualified for. The closing disclosure is your final paper. The closing disclosure has your purchase price, your loan amount, your estimated, all your final taxes and insurance and payment, your closing costs of what you need to come in with, the remaining of your down payment. And the closing costs, I'll get back to you. We were on that point. Somebody had a question. Is your closing costs taxes and insurance, your appraisal, your inspection fee, any of the lender fees? Usually there's an underwriting and there's a processing fee. That's par for the course to do business. Leanne's firm, there's a broker fee. Okay, there's that's paperwork. All this money, all this paperwork and staff costs. Those are the fees, and usually there is no points origination, but sometimes on these down payment programs there are points in origination. And a lot of times right now, people that have the money are refinancing as well. We do refinances, are paying to get their rate down. They can pay to get the purchase price. They don't need down payment programs. So they're paying to get that rate down, okay? Right. So the team and I look for the best program and the best applicable consent for you. Once those loan documents go out, then Leanne and I sometimes meet. Where's my champagne? I bring a bottle of champagne, we get pictures, and we are ready to go.
That's right.
So we work with a good team. Yeah.
We're gonna take a little break. Okay. I'm gonna see who's out here. I have Joanne. Joanne says, "Hi, Leanne." Hello, Ms. Joanne Scott. How are you? Thank you for joining Kitchen Talk. Everybody, thank you for joining in. This is Kitchen Talk with Leanne. I have my good friend Diana Bryson-Dikes, our mortgage specialist in Nevada, and we're here to talk about how to buy and sell a home during this pandemic. And she's already laid out the process that is still available. We are still in a pandemic, everybody, but there's still opportunities. So we want to share that information to you. Her number is down on the screen here. I've had some questions also, Diana, about, is it a good time to buy for the long term, this long-term game? Yes. My opinion is do your homework. We do have a lot of investors that are out right now that are buying real estate. If you do your homework and you see where you are, and if that's going to make you some profit long term, go for it. But once this COVID is over, things are going to change. Our market is going to change. I believe that, I think everything is kind of high right now, but I really think things will go up after COVID because
it's already going up.
Yes,
it's already going up.
That's it. And the other thing is have a plan B and C. Okay. All the financial gurus, everyone talks about an emergency, a financial emergency plan, save emergency fund for 3 to 6 months. We all should be doing that because we don't know what's going to happen. We didn't know COVID was coming, right, Diana?
Right. No, nobody knew COVID, and we won't get into how it's affected both of our families. Yes, but we want to pray for everybody that's lost family.
That's right.
People are calling me. I never thought I'd lose my mother or father. I never thought I'd lose my uncle, but he left me some money. Yeah. And I'm thinking about buying a home. Heck yeah. This is what makes you stand out. I have people coming to me refinancing for the third time. They bought a house when we said buy. We're telling you to buy. They bought it for $150,000. Back in the day, it was worth $380,000. Each time they took 40, 46, 40. Wow. They already almost got their money back. Real estate is still good. There is no quick way of making money, though, in real estate. No. All those shows that are on late at night, they make money with you paying to go to their little seminars. Work with people like Leanne and I that lead you the right way. My team is very knowledgeable, okay? Should I buy now? Yes, because we are already people that bought last year. they're already refinancing, getting
Yes,
cash out, and the rates are so low. And they're like, Miss Diane, I'm so glad I listened to some of your shows, and I'm so glad. But please don't come in and tell us how to do our,
that's
what
right.
to
That's
do.
right.
And
That's
we
right.
have people, I have a friend of a friend that said you could do this and do this. We would not tell you how to do your job. We are leading you the right way, and when we ask for this, we're not judging you. We
No,
need that documentation to close your loan.
right.
Bottom
That's right.
line.
Well, you have a fan here. Diana is
Who's
great,
that?
so knowledgeable. That's Miss Lucy. How you doing, Lucy, out there?
I'm Miss Lucy. Hi, Miss
All right.
Lucy.
And she also says, yes, prices are higher, but costs are lower. That's right. Don't
Right.
wait for interest rate to go up. That's a great point. Right now, I've seen interest rate. I know you don't like to quote rates like that because it all depends, but I've seen
We
them
don't quote
2.8.
rates. Never on the shows. We
Yeah.
don't quote
Yeah.
rates.
Well, I've
Yeah.
seen them
Yeah.
2.8, 3.2. I mean, we've never seen this anymore. I mean,
Depends what your
ever.
FICO is. People come into me and they'll just like, yeah, Miss, I want to set up an appointment with your team. I go, okay. Well, to set up an appointment, I need to know which team member to put you with. Okay. And what's your FICO? Oh, it's 700. When they get to the office, it's 580. Okay.
And that's true. But I have had a client, past client, and also that client is actually trying to buy. Their credit FICO score is 780, and for some reason, when that particular lender pulled it, well, actually, it was like showing up 8 something on Karma Credit. I understand. I know that's different.
Credit
But
Karma.
when they got it, yes, when they got it, it was like 780, and it just didn't seem like they were getting the best deals because they had the highest. They have great FICO score, and that was a question that.
You mean they didn't come to us? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Well, I'll make sure that they contact you. So
Yeah,
anyway, we
with
found
the
we found that.
780, they should have gotten a very good deal. Like
Yeah,
I said, we will never quote rates on
right.
any show, any air. We have to sit with you with licensed people on my team that will basically go over interest rates, down payment, and everything like that. I don't know. We would have to say who we would have to see that person's
You know,
financial profile. We'll
yeah,
help them with the financial profile. And yes, maybe they should just call another lender just to
yeah.
see, is this what I'm getting? Look at your your LE, your loan estimated. Look at that. And then look at your closing disclosure. Thank you,
Okay.
Joey Scott. Hey,
So
thank you. Glad
yes,
that
hey
you're on
Joanne,
with.
thank you. But
Thank you.
back to those who are looking to buy and to sell. Yes, you can preview homes. I think we had that question also. I'll put that on the screen. I think they were asking.
What part of the country you're in, because
Well,
people get pre-qualified, and they have all these different programs. Right, Leanne, you're the real estate
yeah,
agent.
yeah.
Sometimes you have to do either a Zoom or it's a by appointment only. We used to have those fun open houses, right? Where you
We
come
can't
and get
have those.
donuts and
Those are
champagne
out.
and caviar. And, if it's a higher end, we do a dinner, so you can feel the house,
Yep,
we're just
yep.
not doing that right now
No.
with COVID. And when the winter's
California,
coming
yeah,
up,
California is one of the states that we cannot do
not
open
do
houses.
that. Yeah.
So, but and I know Nevada, we cannot do open houses also.
That's a
Uh,
question. Can I preview a home?
yes. Now you can preview a home, everybody in California. Check with your realtor. If you don't have one, call me. I will refer you to a realtor in any state, any country. I am capable of doing that. But as far as California and Nevada, you can preview a home. The seller cannot be in the home at the same time. And it is up to us as the realtor to actually clean the areas where the actual buyer comes through. You do have a certain disclosure that you have to fill out that you are not sick, you have not been around anyone that have had COVID, something along that line. You must wear masks, you must wear gloves, but you can preview. I have shown homes to people that and have purchased and leased. And so it's not bad at all. It's just that appointments have to be made. And trust me, if the seller is willing to put their home on the market right now during COVID, they want you to come in. They want you to see their homes. Diane, we've also noticed that people are buying homes now with bigger yards,
Yes.
because now they're spending time
At home
at
more.
home. That's
They're
right.
doing everything. They're
That's right.
ordering food in. They don't want to
That's,
go to the restaurants. This COVID is
yes,
serious.
yes, it
People
is.
think that this is relaxing a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not. I
Yeah.
don't want to be in touch. I've been tested 3 times and I'm negative 3 times.
That's
Okay.
right.
Because
That's right.
sometimes I took my mouth off and that person coughed and I freak out, I've had people in my office every day where they've had a family member pass away. This is serious stuff. Bigger homes, well, it depends what you're qualified for, okay? Or, Leanne, they're buying homes with amenities. They're
Right.
buying in areas. I know I live in Tuscany. It has a gym that you can make an appointment to go to the gym. It has a
Yes.
restaurant there. Oh my goodness. There were nights I was so tired of cooking.
Yeah.
I'd leave the office at 9 o'clock and I was hungry. And I was like, I need to go there. I have a restaurant. I have, a gym. And I have basically, the swimming pool opened up this past summer, but it was appointment only. They were letting 10 people in. People are tired because they're living in an apartment, okay? And they're like, I'm going crazy. My kids are at home, I have to teach. I had this, a family. What's up for Thanksgiving? People
Right.
are like, what are we, so
Yeah.
bigger yards, bigger homes, that is yours. Even if your first house is smaller, but it's yours.
That's
That
right.
you can paint the walls purple to brighten it up through COVID, okay? That you don't have any restrictions. You paint those walls purple and you live in an apartment or someone else's house, you're going to lose your deposit.
That's
Okay.
right.
So,
And that brings up a point too. When you're looking for new homes, I consider myself, and I am, a new home specialist. In California, I work a lot of new homes in Las Vegas because the nature of the town. But new home sales are really kind of the thing to look at now, sometimes over resale because they're energy efficient. A lot of great amenities that are included in that. And a lot of the new home site builders are actually letting you now walk in, not in groups, but at a time.
one at a time with your real estate agent.
Yes.
Don't ever go into a new home builder without Leanne, because it's like walking in a courtroom.
I think Diana's stepping in my lane. That was my next word. Yes. So as I always say, you do not go to court without a lawyer. You do not go to a new home site without your real estate agent. A lot of things that you can get with the real estate agent going into a new home site, because the site agent works for the builder, okay? You use their contracts. That's all fine.
And the lender on site works for the builder.
And they do give you incentives if you work with lenders, but there are a lot of times that when you use Diana, not using the on-site preferred lender, you do get more incentives. So that's something to think about. But Diana, I want to cheer everybody up a little bit. Anybody that's out there that's looking for new homes. I did a segment on Lake Las Vegas maybe a couple of weeks ago. By the way, this is my 21st episode, Diana. You were on my first show. Thank you. And I want to thank my viewers. Thank you. And I want to thank my loyal, I don't want to name everybody, you know who you are, for watching Kitchen Talk for 21 weeks. Yes.
We're going to start giving away some stuff. We got to start giving away to those loyal people. They got to tell friends.
That's right. But I want to thank everybody for, continually watching Kitchen Talk. But we will be having some upcoming segments on 55 plus new homes in Las Vegas. But I wanted to share a video with you of one of my favorite builders and communities in Las Vegas. This property is an estate property off the water. It's a few minutes long. I want everybody to see this. Again, if you're interested in buying any real estate in the United States, Diana Dykes is here. Her number's scrolling at the bottom. I am a real estate broker in California and in real estate in Las Vegas, Nevada. So I am able to service you personally in those two states. If you are looking to purchase a home out of the state of Nevada and California, I can refer you to a really good real estate broker at that time. But I'm going to play this video. Hopefully it works for us, and we'll come back and talk about it on the other side. Okay.
With the connection to the lake. I remember early on in the early design stages that the team, we actually got out when there was just the dirt, when the land was raised, and we walked each of the individual 10 lots, and we as a group determined which was going to be the best lot to put this first home that would really be a representation to Raintree, to Paulson, and the entire design team and the construction team, Merlin. It's just been a fantastic experience. So we want people to notice when they see the house for the first time is that the experience really starts at the street. We set the house back far enough to have a little bit of an experience from the street to the arrival of the house. And then as you're approaching the house, the entry door, there's an immediate visual connection to the lake. We have large wide glass doors and windows that look over a raised spa, over the negative edge pool, and right to the lake. You know, you could ask the question, which room has the best view in the house? And the actual question should be, which room doesn't have a good view? Because every view literally has a spectacular view of the surroundings. Almost no room has direct sunlight. We were very, very careful in the siding of the house and the use of the layering of the roofs and the overhangs, that of course sunrise and sunset, and with the summer sun, the idea was that we would have no direct sunlight in the spaces. The master bedroom and the master bath, that was one of those elements that we wanted to have as much glass, as much natural light as possible. We have to definitely be concerned and be thinking about privacy, because you're right on the water and the ability for somebody to see in. So we've taken great care in thinking through the strategic placement of landscaping and how that can provide privacy but yet still allow views. We wanted that anchor kind of on the north side of the house, and with the amount of light and windows in that space, is that being on the north side, it has a greater capacity to not have any direct sunlight, so that you can enjoy that view and that connection. My favorite part of the home, if I did have to single out one room, it would be the great room, because of its large pocketing door to really blur that line between the indoor and the outdoor space. Really, every room has its own special treasure and view, so it's really challenging to say there's just one, because of all the great opportunities that we had in the placement and the layout of the home. Kind of current design trends, the great room in the kitchen is really the heart of the home. The importance of being able to visually see the lake and have that connection visually. We also have large expanse doors that lead out to the water. One of the important elements was not only the physical connection, and you can see that with the home. We've got literally a boat dock, we have a sand beach, and we have a path along the water. The physical connection of being able to literally go down and touch the water and experience the water directly. But the important part of it visually was that from each of the rooms, all of the major spaces have that visual connection to the water. The pool is special. You know, many features of the house is that we had this collaborative effort through the entire design process with the group and team. So we were constantly bouncing ideas and concepts off of each other. So the pool is really laid out based on the orientation of the home. There's a strong access to the entry of the home. There's a raised spa that's negative edge on 4 sides, so that's part of that visual connection, but the experience of being able to sit in the morning or in the evening and just having the water spilling over the edge and having that visual to the lake. And then the pool itself is very long and narrow, and it's also on a strong axis with the distant North Mountains, and we have about a 30-foot wide negative edge spillway over one of the view terraces that's literally right down at the water's edge. And the beauty of this home, especially relative to Lake Las Vegas, is that this site was selected because we almost have 270 degrees of water, and that connection, almost every space has a connection either visually or physically to the water, and so named Water's Edge.
Ha!
Nice, very nice.
Now, all of you Kitchen Talk viewers out there that want to purchase or have that house built, That house is a custom. It's called estate homes. If you want one built, give me a call. Okay.
Nice. Yeah.
You need the
Woo! We would
financing
all
done.
want one built.
Yes, if you need the financing, you can contact Ms. Diana Dykes. But I wanted to share that because I do work in Las Vegas. I've been in Vegas 14 years. I can't believe it, Diana. Next year, 15 years. California, 25. I've seen Vegas grow. The real estate there is just fantastic. Okay. So if you are interested in any real estate in Las Vegas, California, you can contact me. If you need a realtor or broker, you can contact me. If you need to get a lender, contact Ms. Diana Dykes. She will definitely take care of you. Whatever program that she has that you can fit in, you will definitely be able to get in that program. Um, Let's see. We have another comment on the show. Ade says, nice information. Thank you so much, Ade. And thank you everyone for chiming in on Kitchen Talk. So yeah, I wanted to do this show, Diana, because a lot of people are on the fence. A lot of sellers are on the fence. I get that all the time. They want to know how much their home is worth. However, they say, oh, I want to wait till COVID is over. And I really don't think that is a good idea. It all depends on the areas where you're located. But a lot of areas, there are buyers. There are buyers looking for homes. They can't find homes. Okay, so they're going out of areas, and we're talking about all over the country. They're going out of areas trying to find homes, but they just don't like it. They want to be in a particular area. So if you're thinking about selling your home, contact me. I can do free market analysis on what is your home worth, and we can talk about it. Price it well. Homeowners are getting multiple offers. This is the truth, everybody. I'm not saying this. There are people getting multiple offers on homes because we are in an inventory shortage. So don't
we
be
work
afraid.
on facts. We work on facts. Leanne
Yeah.
and I work on facts. Yeah. Not speculation.
So, and of course, be careful if you're out there looking for homes. Realtors have a strict guideline by our state governor and also by our association on what we have to do. That's right. When you go inside a home, but it still should be fun. It still should be an enjoyment to you. If you are looking to buy or sell, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Feel free to contact Ms. Diana Dykes. All right, Ms. Diana, got any closing words?
Just thank you for having me on your wonderful show. And it is time. You can purchase, you can refi, you can sell, reverse mortgages, hard money. We have all types of financing for you. So we don't judge. We don't care what group you're in, but we are knowledgeable. We've been doing this a long time. You're in a pandemic. You're not in a real estate crisis. This is a great time to buy, great time to sell, great time to refi. It is time now. Don't just keep waiting and be comfortable where you're at. A lot of people are starting to sell their homes, those investors that you're renting, because they can get more money now.
That's right.
You're in a pandemic. You're not in a real estate crisis. This is the time, especially in Vegas. We got Raiders. We've got the Aces, WNBA. We've got hockey. We've got all these professional sports, soccer, and the prices are going up.
They are.
And this is a still great place to purchase. And there's no state taxes here. You must be working on your job. You can't do furlough.
Yeah. And I think Lucy was asking, does Diana work Nevada? Well, she is stationed in Nevada.
Yep. I'm stationed in Nevada. Yes, I am.
Loans in Nevada, but she works in 50 states, correct?
Yep.
So, so she's in Nevada, but she could work, all across the country. So, all right, Ms. D, we're going to have you back again. I always love to have you on the show because you do share excellent information. Part of this show is I want to be able to get information out so people will be able to get the facts. We're not trying to sugarcoat it for business. We want to give people information. Take it, sleep on it, give us a call, the next day, next week, but don't wait too long. Wherever you are in the United States, I know I have some international listeners as well, or viewers. If you're thinking about buying, do your due diligence. Get your pre-approval first. Look and see what you have to do. Then you do your homework on where you want to buy. So don't wait, because I really feel when COVID is over, whenever that's going to be, it's going to be a lot of catch up. It's going to be a lot of people want to catch up on lost money, rents. We have some issues with rent, so we want to make sure that people are getting the best deal out there. All right, Miss D, thank you for joining. All right, and we'll talk to you next time. All
Bye-bye.
right, all right,
Bye. Have a good
all right.
week.
All right, everybody. I just wanted to just to let you know again that I am the broker of Impressive Properties USA in Pasadena, California, and we do handle commercial and residential sales. Also, I am licensed in Las Vegas, Nevada, as we stated, the home of the Raiders. Okay, Las Vegas has a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of great parts of Las Vegas that I think you all would be interested in. We have great 55 plus communities, gated, non gated communities have no HOA, low HOA. So if you are interested, please feel free to give me a call, 702 302 4141. All right, everybody. I want to thank everybody for joining Kitchen Talk today. I've enjoyed the show. Hopefully, you have too. Please wear your mask, everybody. Please social distance yourself. Take care of yourself. Take care of everybody else. And I will see you next week on Kitchen Talk. Have a great day.